thing about making men more like women and women more like men, have this androgynous society. It's insane. Men are men, women are women. We're different. We equally have wonderful things to give to each other in the world, but we're different. It's as simple as that. And
I just said, I'm not doing this, like I'm not, like, what are the...
The ongoing debate around woke culture has sparked significant controversy, particularly in the entertainment industry, where actors and public figures often face scrutiny for their views. A growing number of Hollywood stars are pushing back against what they perceive as an overly progressive and censorious culture. This post will explore some of the leading voices challenging the norms of woke ideology and standing up for free speech and traditional values in the face of cancel culture. The androgynous society debate. A prominent issue in woke discourse is the push for androgyny, where traditional gender roles are blurred. Critics argue that this shift is leading to a society where the distinct identities of men and women are being lost in the name of equality. Some fear that men and women are being encouraged to suppress their natural traits, causing confusion rather than genuine progress. Opponents of traditional gender roles believe that while equality is important, men and women should maintain their unique strengths and identities rather than conform to an androgynous ideal. Kevin Sorbo, a voice for traditional masculinity. Kevin Sorbo, best known for his role as Hercules, has become a vocal critic of woke culture's impact on masculinity. Sorbo argues that Hollywood has actively undermined traditional male figures, replacing them with portrayals of men as incompetent or emasculated. He points to the shift in sitcoms, where strong father figures have been replaced by bumbling, inept characters, which he believes reflects a broader cultural agenda against masculinity and fatherhood. Despite facing significant backlash for his views, Sorbo has found support in conservative circles, where his advocacy for traditional values resonates with many.
I don't get it. I don't harbor that kind of anger and hate towards Hollywood. If someone has a different opinion than I do, I'm fine with that. I don't understand.
Gina Carano, the price of speaking out. Gina Carano's story became a flashpoint in the woke culture debate after she was fired from The Mandalorian for making political comparisons that drew criticism. Carano had compared political persecution in the U.S. to the treatment of Jews during the Holocaust, leading to her dismissal by Disney and Lucasfilm. Her firing sparked accusations of hypocrisy, particularly as her co-star Pedro Pascal made similar comparisons without facing any consequences. Carano has since teamed up with conservative media to produce her own film, highlighting her determination to remain true to her beliefs and not be silenced by Hollywood's woke agenda. Chris Pratt targeted for his beliefs. While Chris Pratt has not made any overtly controversial statements, his conservative beliefs have made him a target in Hollywood. When he chose not to attend a fundraiser for Joe Biden, critics labeled him the worst Chris in comparison to his fellow Marvel stars. He also faced backlash for wearing a "Don't Tread on Me" t-shirt, which some claimed had ties to white supremacy. Despite the criticism, Pratt has remained resilient and true to his values, with several co-stars, including Robert Downey Jr., coming to his defense. Pratt's ability to maintain his career while holding firm to his beliefs illustrates his resilience in the face of Hollywood's progressive pressures. Bill Maher critiquing both sides. Bill Maher, a longtime liberal comedian and commentator, has emerged as one of the most vocal critics of woke culture. Maher argues that cancel culture and politically correct speech are stifling free expression, not just among conservatives but across the political spectrum. He believes that the woke left has overstepped, representing only a small, vocal minority of Americans while silencing dissenting voices. Maher's willingness to critique both liberals and conservatives has made him a controversial but important figure in the ongoing debate over free speech and identity politics in Hollywood.
In theory, liberals are compassionate. In practice, this guy can't even understand one of the most basic dilemmas common to all humans, that when you're married, sometimes you have to swallow some shit.
Dave Chappelle defending comedy. Comedian Dave Chappelle has become a symbol of free speech in the entertainment industry, particularly following the release of his 2021 Netflix special, The Closer. The special sparked protests and criticism, especially from the LGBTQ community, over Chappelle's jokes about gender identity. However, Chappelle stood firm, defending the role of comedy in pushing societal boundaries. He argued that comedians should be allowed to challenge cultural norms without fear of being cancelled. Chappelle's refusal to back down has made him a key figure in the fight for free expression in Hollywood. Sylvester Stallone critiquing political correctness. Sylvester Stallone, famed for his roles in Rocky and Rambo, has become increasingly vocal about his opposition to political correctness in Hollywood. Stallone criticizes what he sees as the oversensitivity of today's generation and refuses to let progressive ideals dictate his work. His focus on traditional values like loyalty, family, and perseverance resonates with audiences who feel alienated by the current cultural landscape. Stallone's stance against political correctness positions him as a defender of traditional values in an industry that he believes has lost touch with its roots.
I am not saying that to say that trans women aren't women. I am just saying that those they got, you know what I mean?
Helena Bonham Carter, a stand for free speech.
Like your generation, seriously. Come on. And these pronouns. What the is with the pronouns? He, she, him, they, the, boom, bang, ba, fang, cool. You know what my pronoun is? Guess. Time's up. Okay. It, as in it, can't take this
Helena Bonham Carter has surprised many with her outspoken defense of free speech and her criticism of cancel culture. She has defended friends like J.K. Rowling and Johnny Depp, both of whom have faced significant backlash for their personal opinions and actions. Bonham Carter argues that silencing individuals for their opinions undermines the very principles of free expression and tolerance that progressive movements claim to support. Her stand has positioned her as a champion for open dialogue in a culture increasingly defined by censorship. Ricky Gervais exposing hypocrisy.
Problem at the moment. People come up to me on the street and they go, "Rick, have you been imprisoning journalists?" I go, "No." They go, "Oh, interesting."
Ricky Gervais has become notorious for his fearless critiques of Hollywood during his Golden Globes monologues. He has repeatedly called out celebrities for their hypocrisy, particularly when they preach morality while working for corporations with questionable ethics. Gervais's unapologetic approach to comedy has made him a vocal critic of virtue signaling and the performative wokeness that he believes permeates Hollywood. His sharp wit and refusal to conform to politically correct standards have solidified his status as a defender of free speech and comedic expression.